welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is having a great day. If you are new here, welcome, come on in. I hope that today's contents will be something that you're interested in and that will bring you back to my channel. If you are returning, I appreciate you as well, and hopefully the content that I continue to bring is something that you are interested in. Now, if there is something in particular that I talk about and you want to hear more or see more, make sure that you're letting me know that down in the comments. Today's video won't be long. I just wanted to share with you all some of the few items that I did purchase for the Black Friday Cyber Monday sales. I'm just bringing this video because there was a delay in my ColourPop products, so they just came in on yesterday. So I try to bring new items to you all as soon as I get them. So this video is a little bit delayed and I apologize. So we're gonna start off first with what's been really popular lately, which is the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. I said that I was not going to buy this palette. I saw people posting it. Like, I have the chocolates palette, and I have almost all of the palettes. I think with the exception of two, and then that newer one that just came out. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a smaller palette. I think it's a 9-pan palette. I didn't get that one. But I ended up getting the coffee shop because the more I looked at the palette, I was like, ooh, it's a wide variety of chocolates in there, and there's darker tones in there, and I wonder how they would look on my eyelids. So I was, of course, intrigued like everybody else, and I also had FOMO, so I did get the palette. You're familiar with it, but I'll show you mine anyway. This is how it looks. I haven't had the pleasure of using it just yet because I was waiting to get all of my products in before sharing them. And then once I share them, I try to use them so that I can give you feedback of my opinion on the actual products. But because I have a lot of Juvia's Place palettes, I'm sure this one won't disappoint. It'll have those pigmented shades and shimmer shades, just like all of the other palettes. So I'm looking forward to using that. I've always wanted one of the Nervina palettes. I do have the smaller Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I think I have the Riviera palette, and I ended up getting that from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx, and I haven't even used it yet. I just wanted to have one in my collection so bad. So I don't even know what the formula is like in that palette, but it looks like it's very pigmented as well. And I've seen videos of different palettes from this brand new, so I think that it's a good brand. I did get the ABH Nervina collection. I have the Pro Pigment palette. This is volume number 5. And purple is one of my favorite colors. So that was why I chose this one. I think the regular price for these is $60. I paid $30 for this one. It was on sale at Sephora. So I did purchase one. And then I went on there to see that there were other items on there. So I was like, okay, let me go and see if I can get another one. By that time, they were sold out. So luckily, I was able to get this one. This particular shade right here, which is B1, it was a little bit out of the pan when I got it, so I just pressed it back in. Other than that, it was okay. I do have a video up where I've used this palette already. I forgot about that. Tried to wait. I've used this palette already because I wanted to see the formula of it and what I expected of it. I'll say that it did stand up to what my expectations were. For me, I just feel like because I really don't spend this kind of money on palettes, I want to see something spectacular in the palette. Like, I wanted to do something that my $5.99 palettes can't do. And I haven't found that yet, or I didn't find that in this palette. This is a good palette. I'm not saying that. It's very pigmented. The shimmers are good. This is I would say like the same level as my Juvia's Place palettes. Probably some of my Juvia's Place palettes are more pigmented than this one. But it's kind of along the same lines of that. It's not anything major where I feel like I gotta have all of the Norvina palettes. Like I felt like I need all the Juvia's Place palettes. But it is a good palette. So I'll try to link the video down below. And then also maybe add in a picture of the look that I did with this palette. Uh-oh, something's caught in here. And then the next palette that I purchased, I would say this haul was all palettes, y'all. I had one haul that was all blushes. This one is just definitely mostly palettes. So I have the Champagne Glow palette from Morphe. I already have the Cabernet Blush, I think is the other one. And so this is how the Champagne Glow looks. And I need to get the other one just for reference. 1 second. Okay, I should have already had it. So this is the Cabernet Blush one. And this is the Champagne Glow. And I think this is a Christmas collection, if I'm not mistaken. So this is how they look side by side. I have already used the Cabernet Blush one a couple of times. If you are not new here, then you know that Morphe is one of my favorite brands. So I was definitely pleased to get this. And I think I got this from Ulta. Okay, I'll try to fit them in there later. I also purchased the 18W Natural Wonder palette from Morphe. I can get it open. It's the other side. Oh God. Today's video's all over the place. I apologize. It's been a minute since I filmed. Okay, so this is the packaging. And this is how it looks. So you get some of your neutral, you get all of your neutral tones. You get some cool tones and some warm tones in here. You have some mattes and you have some shimmers. I don't see any pressed glitters. This reminds me a lot of the Morphe, what is it, Divine Neutrals palette. And Divine Neutrals is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. And although it's not a complete match, there are some shades that look a little bit similar. This is, of course, a little bit darker or a little bit warmer than this palette, but that's what this reminded me of. So when I saw the mauve shades and the pinky shades, I wanted to get it. Of course, I do have palettes that I could use to probably get close to the colors that are in here, but I wanted this one. And I think it's a plus that it does come with a mirror. And I think I still have the receipts in my bin as well. I'll go through what I actually paid for the items. Okay. So the last item that I purchased from Ulta is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is a trio and it's in 475 Deep Sand. I think that's the shade for the, well, I know that's the shade for the concealer that's in here. So it has the concealer, the Man Eater mascara, and it has one of the Maracuja. It's not even on here. Maracuja Juicy Lips, and I think this is in the shade Rose. So my concealer's in 475 Tan Deep Sand. The Juicy Lip is in the shade Rose. So I've always wanted to try Tarte products, but they were a little bit pricey to me. So this is the shade of the concealer. And it looks a little bit lighter on camera than what it actually is. Now, I've heard a lot about this lip oil. You all know I normally, my go-to is the Item Beauty lip oil. But I have already tried also this lip oil, and I like it. It doesn't really give off too much color, but it makes your lips feel so good. So this is definitely a product that I recommend. Haven't tried the concealer yet. I haven't tried the mascara, but it's a mini one. I guess the brush is as thin as it should be or can be in this little miniature vial, but I like it, and I'm looking forward to using them. And then let's move on to the infamous delayed ColourPop items. I need to get a wipe just so I won't, because I am known for getting stuff on my clothes. So, okay. So I wanted to buy another cheek palette from ColourPop. This one is the Sweet Roll palette. And I have another one of these too, so I'm going to grab it for reference. I just don't have, I'm sorry, I have nothing together today. Alright, so the other one that I have is the Such a Rush. That's the name of that one. So I was in love with this and using it so much for a while. And when I saw there was a different toned one, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get it. So this is Sweet Roll, and this is the Such a Rush. So you get a highlighter, bronzer, and a blush. Highlighter, oh, actually this is a highlighter and 3 blushes. Sorry, highlighter and 3 blushes, but this is so dark. Some can probably use it to contour, to bronze with. This one, is this one blush too? Because I was not using, oh no, this one has a highlighter, bronzer, and 2 blushes in it. But it doesn't matter what name it says on the package. You can use it for whatever, you know, you want to use it for. Okay, and the most exciting thing in my purchase, I purchased the, let me look at the paper and make sure I'm saying it right. The glassed, because I keep saying glassed up bundle. This is lip products from ColourPop, and this came with 6 different shades. So let's see if we can swatch these. So this first one is San Clemente, and this is how she looks in the bottle. And you know what? All of these are not like this. I just realized something. So that's San Clemente. I don't think all of these are open like this. I think the other ones may be turned inside out. I hope not, because I'm not going to be able to swatch them. This one is Dana Point. And if I can't swatch it, I'll just have to be satisfied right now with showing it to you in the packaging. But one of them I think is not open like this. So this one is San Clemente and Dana Point. The next one is Newport. I don't know why that would be the name of a lip product, but okay. That's Newport. And she looks a little bit clear. Of course, it's going to look different on my lips, I hope. And this one is La Jala. It's a little bit lighter. some of these are not open to where the actual, yeah, so this one is like a lighter pink. You can see a little bit flush of color on my hand for that one. And I just did a video of my lippy product collection, which is over like 100 products. So you all know that I don't need any more lip products, or didn't need it. But here we are. This one is Solana. And it's just a different, so it's like pinky peach, and then those shades with like the lighter shade of brown. Yeah, that one doesn't really show. Shows a little bit. And I think the last one is Huntington. And that may be the one that's not. Yeah, Huntington. I don't have my glasses on, but if I push things back a little bit, I don't know if you all can see this. I can see it better than it being in my face. I don't think that shows on camera. The label is actually clear, but it has black writing on it. Okay. Ooh. So this top one is Huntington. So you have some neutral browns and pink. So 3 browns, 3 pinks. And let's see. For these, I can't remember. I know the Sweet Roll palette was $12. I think these were on sale, 6 for $21. I think they're normally between $36 and $40, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the ABH palette was on sale for $30 instead of $60. I think the Champagne Glow palette was $12 from Morphe, and the Natural Wonder was on sale. So I think it was like $10 or $12 as well. And then I can't remember how much the Tarte Shape Tape trio was, because it's been a while since I purchased it. My ColourPop order was purchased November 29th, I think, and I just got it yesterday. So December 14th. So it took a minute for it to get to me. But I am pleased with everything that I've gotten so far. I probably won't be purchasing anything else for 2022, as if we got a lot of time left in this year. But I do have a wish list of items that I want to purchase for next year. So I may have a New Year's haul, or sometimes after New Year's, I'm not sure. But I will be purchasing, you all know, I will be purchasing something new. If you're interested in the products that were used for today's look, she cute, okay. I will make sure that I list those items down below. Until next time, I hope that you all continue to stay blessed.